One thing I've always said about it is everything good that has ever happened in my life has come after that first weigh-in. Everything. My name is Josh Deegan. I was a member of the Manchester League at Man v Fat. My start weight was 159.2 kilos and I managed to lose 60 kilos during my time with Man v Fat. Life before Man v Fat, it was miserable, really. You know, I was very overweight, always bigger than all my friends, and I knew it. I remember turning 25 and that was it really. I was a bit like, if I don't do something now, by the time I get to 30, I might not be here. And then when I saw the advert for Man v Fat just on Facebook one night, I thought that could be it. My initial target, I have to say, was 50 kilos, and I managed to do that a year to the day after signing up. That's when I started thinking about, okay, I need to take steps now to try and do this on my own a little bit. It's all well and good while you've got a big support network around you. When you haven't got that check-in on a Monday, it's a bit like, okay, how do I remain accountable? How do I check myself in? Mentally, that's what I was like. I was like, if I can keep this off for 6 weeks to 2 months, 2 months will turn to 6, 6 will turn to a year, and then 2 years, 3 years, and so on, and eventually, hopefully, the rest of my life. My life changed after the weight came off in a way that I will probably struggle to describe, really. Confidence is the first thing. You know, you find that people speak to you differently and that you will speak to people differently as well. You could walk into a room and feel like you'll be able to own it a little bit better than you did previously. Even though you were so big, you might have felt a little bit invisible. I certainly did as well. Further down the line, I started to feel like I hadn't done it. And the reason I started to feel like I hadn't done it was because of the excess skin. I started to work with a trainer, and I think I probably left it too late to start working with a trainer. I probably should have started working a little bit before, because then it might have toned up a little bit better than it did. The only negative was the excess skin. And I knew that if I asked the right people, the right questions, I could maybe get it sorted. I will stand in front of the mirror sometimes, I'll lift everything up and be like, one day it will look like this. When I went to the consultation, he said, oh no, we don't do that, we push it down. And initially I was a bit like, oh, okay, like that's not what I thought would happen. I was a bit disappointed actually. But then when he explained what they did, I was like, okay, that makes sense. There was also a massive case of imposter syndrome. So the surgery had to be approved by a panel, because obviously it cost the NHS a lot of money. He had to send my pictures and write a case up for me to a panel. I kept asking myself, do I deserve it? Even the surgeon himself was like, you are one of the biggest losers we've ever had walk through the door. And he said, when I said that, it was approved pretty much straight away because of the sheer amount you lost and the fact that you did it on your own without prior surgery. If that doesn't tell you that you do deserve it, nothing else will. My procedure was something called an apronectomy, otherwise known as the fleur-de-lis abdominoplasty. After my operation, it wasn't until 2 days afterwards that I actually saw the scar and saw how it looked for the first time. And that really hit me for 6. It was like, wow. At a year down the line, the scar's pretty much healed. It doesn't bother me at all. And it looks incredible. As much as beforehand I was doing a lot with playing football, going to the gym and looking after myself in terms of physical exercise, I knew that once I was clear to go back to physical exercise, I could do so in a way where I would be able to shape myself better. And that's what I've been working on over the last sort of 10, 11 months of this year. I saw a post working for a sight loss charity in Manchester called Henshaw's. They've been around for a number of years. And it's the first time that I looked at a job and thought to myself, I could do that. Because again, with that, you're helping people set goals and set targets and work towards something. I've done that myself. And that was something that when I had the interview that I made sure to put across. And luckily I managed to get the job. After my operation, I would say it felt like the last bit of my old life pre-weight loss had gone. And then I could really start to look forward to living life properly. And it's healed me, not just physically, but honestly, I can't tell you what it's done for me mentally as well. I really can't.